What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And I'm back. And I am ready to catch up with all of you and see how all of you have been doing today. I am tired, but I got a lot to do, a lot to catch up on, and I've missed all of you. I've missed all of you so much. I see a ton of you already in the chat, so I appreciate that. All right, so Lando Calrissian was first. Hello, Lando. Flo was second. Rob Dog was third. John Cockastone was fourth, and he says work with an LOL. Ryan, third. Nope, you were fifth. Escape World Show says yo. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, I cut the trip short. I cut the trip 2 days short, actually, because both Ivan and myself have way too much going on right now. So, you know, we got enough footage that we needed, so decided to cut the trip short and head back home. There is a lot of news that I have to catch up on. There is a lot of stuff I have to do. I think, and I don't want to say this without my guys doing it. So let me check before I say this officially, because I wanted them to make the announcement. So give me a minute here. Give me a minute. Well, I don't know if they made the announcement. I told them to, but Geeks and Gamers will be at it's a New York City Comic-Con anime convention. Our team will be there. I'm proud of my guys. We just got accepted. We've also been accepted to another anime convention in the New York area. So we're going to be representing big time. We got a lot of work to do to get things together for them. So I am excited about that. And I just want to congratulate those guys. I'm very proud of them. I'm excited for them. I'm always excited when our team can benefit from the brand, and I appreciate all of you for helping make that happen. So all right, let me see thoughts on Mr. Plinkett's Last Jedi review. I have not watched it yet. I know everybody has been sending it. I've been on the road all day, so I will check that out. I know everybody's been asking about it. Let's see. Jimmy Anderson says, hello, Geeks and Gamers. In case we've got 113 viewers. So what's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And today we are talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. It's not going to be the longest. It's not going to be the longest live stream I've done, because I literally have 6, maybe 7 videos to record right now. I have multiple videos for the Geeks and Gamers channel. I have multiple videos for Sports Wars. I have to record a Patreon video. I have a lot to do. So, so I don't know how long this is going to last. So if you guys have questions, let them fly. I've missed all of you. I appreciate all of you showing up and supporting. Just posted this to Twitter. Let me go ahead and share it to Twitter. So we can, we know how the notifications are, and then we can get this party started. So, come on. All right, I'm looking. Comics Gate trolls DC en masse. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let me share this, and then we're going to get this party started. We're live. Boom. Okay, this party is officially started, ladies and gentlemen. What's the best ride, Gordon Hart? I mean, I love Walt Disney World so much, so it's up in the air. I love so many rides there. Space Mountain, Splash Mountain. I love the new ride at Toy Story Land, the Slinky Dog roller coaster. But I got to say, I think it's Flight of Passage is what it's called at Pandora at Animal Kingdom. Might be the best ride I've ever experienced at any theme park ever. Holy crap. Soy Burfrog. Jeremy looking good for a dude who hasn't slept in a week. I slept a little bit, not as much as I should have. But Mega Mr. 46, a la SpongeBob overtime. What's up, Mega Mr.? How are you? Back in the Jeremy Cave, absolutely. Back in the Jeremy Cave. Geeks and Gamers Central is what we like to call it around here. But yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on, a lot to do. So you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I only buy games that SJWs get outraged over. Well, you've got a lot of games in your future, that's for sure. So Mario Kart on the TV, nice, Geeks and Gamers. Mario Kart with a K, not a C, Jimmy Anderson. Fire Chimp just got here looking tired, Jeremy. I am, but swig of water for the working man and the working woman out there. Swig of water for the working peeps out there. Hi from Argentina, says Nicholas. Well, hello, Nicholas. Thank you for joining us from Argentina. Hey, Jeremy, what's with all the mass shootings in Florida lately? It's not just Florida, but that whole situation, I haven't really talked about it much in detail. I think I'm going to make a video, even though I'm going to be like 3 days behind. Clearly, I wanted to take some time to think about it. I had a lot going on. We were traveling down to Orlando when that news broke. It's absolutely horrible. I'm disgusted at how the media is treating the situation. Not surprised, but it's just ridiculous, man. Art Trooper Knox. How was Epcot with a K and Magic Kingdom with a K and Kingdom with a C? Arc Trooper Knox, that was very well done. Very well done. Very well done. So I can't even hate on you for that one. That was good. Do you think Disney can redeem themselves? I mean, Disney's got a lot of good things going for them. Star Wars is not one of them. Disney has two major problems right now, in my opinion. That is Star Wars and ESPN. ESPN is starting to turn around slightly. Lucasfilm, we can think that Lucasfilm's turning around. I don't know if that's happening. It looks like it could potentially be happening, but I don't know. We'll see. So, but for right now, I do think that they will get things turned around with Star Wars, but I think Episode 9 is still going to be a crap fest. I don't have high hopes for Episode 9. I'm not looking forward to Episode 9. You know, let's see. Wait, LOL, YouTube used the wrong thumbnail for this. I don't know what thumbnail they used because it's I did it through Google Hangout. So let's see. Jeremy, you're live along with the Avengers Infinity War live stream on World Class. I didn't even know they were doing that tonight. So Jeremy, are you in a good mood so I can troll you? You know, I'm always in a good mood if I'm live streaming. You guys are cool. So if you want to troll me, you know, you always have the green light to do that. So Rhodes rants on Star Wars. Sup from Texas, bro. Love the channel. Thank you so much. God damn it. Proper Jeremy. Thank you, regular Jeremy, for allowing the sip of water be for the women too. Hopefully you'll expand your vocabulary to include all genders. Hashtag Mario Kart with a C. That is actually really good. Proper Jeremy. Very good. Lando Calrissian. Proper Jeremy has zero tolerance for trolling suckers. Teresa Martin says, don't listen to Proper Jeremy. Hang on, I've got to answer this call. Hey, bud, I'm on live. Oh, what's up? What's up? You want to come on Google Hangouts right now? All right, let me send you a link. All right, bye. All right, so we're going to have a guest come. Let me find my headphones really quick. I don't want these headphones. I don't want these. Give me a minute, guys. All right. So you guys don't know who this is, but you're about to find out. So you're about to meet the operations manager for geeksandgamers.com. And his name is Joe. So give me just a minute. Let me get a link for Joe. He puts me on the spot right here. He knows he loves to do this to me right now. So, Joe, you're going to have to check Facebook Messenger because that's the easiest place for me to send this link to you right now. So give me just a minute. Boom. Boom. And give me just a minute, guys, and I'll jump back into the chat. So there we go. All right. So I'm back. Let me see what you guys have got going on here. All right. Here we go. Sorry about that. All right. Alex Jones is not showing up. Mundane Matt is not showing up. PSVR Firewall 0 hour. Holy shit. Regular Jeremy. What's up, man?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good.
So, everyone, welcome Joe Weaver, the operations manager for Geeks and Gamers. He's the guy that runs the ship behind the scenes. He's the one that keeps me working harder than I should because he never lets up. So, so how are you, Joe? This is the first time you've actually appeared on the YouTube channel.
Doing well, doing well.
So why don't you go ahead and tell everyone your background?
My background is I was born and raised in San Francisco. Grew up.
Oh, wait. Do we have a liberal? Do we have a crazy SJW running the operations? All right, go ahead.
Yes, I'm a crazy liberal SJW. I love The Last Jedi.
No, you don't. Stop lying.
I'm actually the one who designed all the shirts saying that I hated The Last Jedi.
Yep.
Yes, it is the worst movie I've seen in about 31 years.
Yeah, you contacted me after the YouTube channel started getting some traction, and you were very complimentary of the direction that the channel was going. You were very complimentary, and then you told me, you were, a conservative guy, and then you were telling me where you stood with everything, and you said, I live in San Francisco, and I'm like, oh, hell. This is like an undercover SJW coming after me right now. You know what I mean? Like posing as a conservative, telling me he hates The Last Jedi.
That's me.
And then, you and I started working together pretty closely, and you brought a lot to the table. So ultimately, what we've become in the last 6 months is a lot to do with you and your direction and your former military background and all the other craziness you've done, all the companies you've worked for. So this is Joe, everyone. This is Joe, who's operations manager for Geeks and Gamers. So, anyway, why are you wanting to just put me on the spot and come onto the live stream? What's going on?
I don't know. I was just kind of feeling it, man. You just got back from Walt Disney World, and I was like, oh, man, this guy sounds like he's about ready to talk about some stuff.
Swig of water.
Notification.
Well, swig of water for the working men out there, for proper Jeremy. Swig of water for the working man, okay? That's it, proper Jeremy. Not a swig of water for the working woman, okay? Just a swig of water for the working man. Just for proper Jeremy. All right, Voorhees67. Damn it, Jeremy, you missed my super chat. Bad timing. Okay, first of all, I didn't miss it. It's literally the most recent one, Voorhees, okay? You got to give a brother a minute. You got to give me a minute. I'm from Alabama, okay? I'm not always all there. I barely read properly. I have to have my alter ego come in, who's proper Jeremy, to correct a lot of my improper ways of saying things. And now Club Star Wars is the most recent. So now I can read yours, Voorhees. So he says, I am here in all caps. Why in all caps, Voorhees? Why? Like, that's what SJWs do on Twitter. When they want to scream about something, it's all caps. It always has to be all caps. That is their calling card, all caps. Why, Voorhees? Why are you doing this? All right, Voorhees67, I'm here. Now we can officially begin. Club Star Wars, check your Twitter PM from me when you get a chance. Yes, sir, I will. But anyway, Proper Jeremy still seems improper, says DM. So anyway, so you are not a fan of The Last Jedi at all.
No, I'm actually in a hearty embroiled discussion on Kialo.com, which is like a rational discussion website on why it is such a piece of shit. And oh man, it is amazing because I get to sit there and provide links as to why it's the worst thing that I've ever seen. And they can't say anything against it. Like if they try to provide an argument, they have to like back it up with links and sources. And it's amazing.
Did you see what Luke Skywalker actually? Yeah, but did you see what Mark Hamill said earlier when someone asked him? Okay, so let me pull this tweet up really quick. I don't know if you guys saw this earlier. I screenshot it in case it got deleted. And someone said, tagged Hamill himself and Rian Johnson. Why did Luke give up in The Last Jedi? What other events made Luke give up? From what we know, Luke made one mistake and he gave up. That doesn't really make sense. Could you please help me understand? Mark Hamill's response, when I understand, I'll let you know. Boom. 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 And Ivan and I were traveling back from Orlando when Ivan mentioned that. I think Ivan saw it. And then we started talking about it. We started talking about it more and more in The Last Jedi. I'm like, God damn it. I'm so aggravated at this movie again. I'm so aggravated at it, and it's like you took again, Luke Skywalker is not my all-time favorite, character in movie history. He's obviously near the top, but objectively, Luke Skywalker is the greatest character in movie history. He just is. He just is. And you can't debate it. He just is. So
I'm going to disagree with you there. I don't think he's the greatest character.
Who is?
I think Darth Vader is.
I'd take Luke over Vader.
Really?
But yeah,
I'm going to fight you there.
Yeah, but I mean, Luke. But it's because Vader's awesome and Vader's cool. But at the end of the day, Luke's the one that turned Vader.
That's true.
So Luke ultimately is the only person in the galaxy that could have done that. So
Luke was an ideologue and Vader was a pragmatist.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. But I still think
Vader can survive either in the reign of the Jedi or the reign of the Empire. Luke would be dead in the reign of the Empire. Therefore, Vader is superior for that reason.
Well, but you're just talking about hypotheticals at that point. I'm talking about reality.
No, he did
reality. The reality of it is Luke turned Vader.
That's true. That's true.
And that's the end of it right there. So Luke turned Vader. So anyway,
but every father has a weakness for their children, man.
Well, but still, but that's the thing, though. But if Vader could have been the one person that didn't have that weakness, then you could call him the greatest character of all time. But he still ultimately fell to the great Luke Skywalker. But my bigger point was Disney had the greatest character ever, and they completely destroyed this by a lack of planning, by a lack of not really seeming to, like, they clearly understood what they had with Star Wars, but they didn't seem to care. Like, they understood, we have the biggest property of all time. We're going to make a lot of money. We're going to build Star Wars land. We're going to have this streaming service. We're going to, do all these things. And they took it all for granted because they didn't think they had to do anything to honor it. They just thought, we have it, and these mindless zombies are going to come and support it regardless. And they're finding out that's not going to happen. And it's just really frustrating that this is what we waited all these years for with Luke. Hang on. Jonathan M., can we get a douchebag Jeremy? That's kind of regular Jeremy, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of...
I'll agree with that.
That's kind of the regular Jeremy. JJ Mesh, rumors are flying everywhere that Rian Johnson's trilogy is canceled, ready to party. I've been saying for months now. I mean, literally, I said it the day after I saw The Last Jedi, even when I was still trying to convince myself I liked it, because I wanted to. I wanted to like that movie. I wanted to believe that I just was being overly critical. But anyway, regardless, the day after I saw the response to The Last Jedi, and I said, there's no way Rian Johnson's trilogy is going to happen. Now, since then, I've probably eased up on that because Disney has kind of said, oh, yeah, it's happening. But I don't think it's happening. Joe, do you think it's happening?
I haven't heard Disney say, oh, it's happening. It's happening. I haven't heard anything about it.
Well, I've
looked all over the place. When did they say it?
Rian Johnson and Ram Bergman, I think is his producer's name. And they've talked about the pre-planning had begun. They said that about two and a half months ago, that they were talking about the pre-production is beginning and they're starting to map out the storylines. Like they were talking about it. And so that's what I mean. I mean, I would associate that with Disney because they're representing Disney. They're saying that it's happening and they publicly said this. But I still didn't believe it. I was like, there's no way, man. There's no way. I basically told with Bob Iger, I said, Bob, if you let Rian Johnson go out here and make this trilogy, it's the equivalent of the UFC letting CM Punk go out and fight again.
I'm going to disagree. I got to disagree here because
Okay.
the last info I can see on the internet for this thing actually still happening is on June 12th, where both the Dork Side of the Force, which we know is like a Last Jedi lover. Who is it? Is it Swank Motron? Is that guy or is it some other dude?
Nah, Swank. That's that guy that wrote that article about me and Ethan, and then had to change it when I called him out. But he wrote science fiction or something. I can't remember.
This is Neil Harrington. That's who it is.
Yeah. Oh no, Neil Harrington. That's Ethan's buddy. Ethan's always going after him. So
yeah.
But anyway, what are you disagreeing with?
I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, this was written like shortly after Solo was released, and there was still like, a little bit of expectation for Solo, but it was dropped super fast in China. They just didn't like it. They had to change the name to distance it from the Star Wars brand. It's just not going to happen. If your movie doesn't do well in China, that's a huge deal. The only thing you can count on being a big deal in America nowadays is something that is social justice embroiled in, like written into the very fiber of it, like Black Panther. It's the third movie ever to break 700 million in the United States. But look at how well it did worldwide. Usually movies make about 30 to 40%, on average of their global take worldwide, like outside of the US. But this movie made less than it made in the US worldwide because nobody cares about that social justice, Black power talking point. But then again, in the US, it's a huge thing. So US audiences push this to 700 mil, and it's the third one to get there. But it's just not going to happen for Star Wars. People just don't like Star Wars in China. People are just kind of lukewarm about it everywhere else, including here.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. I was just saying that after I initially said it wasn't, I started thinking maybe they're actually going to be dumb enough to do this because they're so tone deaf. But ultimately, no, I don't think it's going to happen. And I'm excited to see if Rian Johnson ever gets another big budget studio to do anything with him at this point. I mean, how self-aware are these studios? Do they realize how bad it is? I mean, the guy, again, it's one thing that he made a bad movie. It's another thing to behave the way he's behaved and act so above criticism, act like, that he's just so beyond anybody even dare mentioning any hint of criticism about his movie. And the way he has acted to the largest fan base, within the movie industry it's career suicide at this point. I mean, him and Batista may make a movie together that it may outgross Kevin Spacey's latest film, but that's about the best I can see because Kevin Spacey's latest film made about $126 on opening day a few weeks ago. So again, yeah, get woke, go broke. So good job on that one. President yeah, good job on that one. President, what's his name? Frank
Underwood.
Yeah, Frank Underwood. Good job on that one, Prez. So yeah, suggestions.
Speaking of Frank Underwood, I was noticing, how they just, I don't know if you guys all have Netflix. Who's got Netflix? So anyway, they just changed the thumbnails when you sign into Netflix. They used to have these little simple things. You had like 9 or 10 different choices you could choose, like a dude with glasses, a panda, and a couple of other ones. But they just recently changed the whole system so that now you can pick all these colored things with all these thumbnails from different TV shows. And for the House of Cards one, they don't even have a Frank Underwood thumbnail. They only have Claire and the logo. So you can tell like everybody's going after Kevin Spacey at this time. Nobody is willing to, step in line with that. And, they just want to distance themselves from him entirely.
Yeah, and they should, and it's just so funny. Now you've got, and I've got so much news that's happened this past week. You've got Andy Signori, formerly of Screen Junkies, Honest Trailers, the creator who basically was a male feminist, playing that shit up the whole time, talking about how much he respects women and being so offended by Donald Trump. He was so offended. And then it turned out that he was trying to fuck all these women using, you know, his platform. While he's a married man with kids, he's just trying to bang all these chicks while he's playing the male feminist role. Again, at the end of the day, dudes are all pieces of shit deep down. Like, that's just, we are. We're all horny. You know, we don't, it's not like we don't walk around going, oh, hey, my lady, like, can I respect you? No, we don't do that. We're just,
I gotta say, even Andy Signori, like, he looks like a neckbeard, and it says he had a pattern of egregious and intolerable behavior. Like, that's verbatim why they fired him. But not every guy is like that. And I know that's a cliche. Not every guy, not every girl, not all women, etc. But I mean, this guy looks like the kind of guy that would do that.
Yeah, no, he does. And it's just, you know, again, when I say dudes are shitty, I don't mean like I'm a shitty guy. I don't mean like I'm a terrible, terrible, terrible human. I just mean like, don't think of me as like, hey, my lady, let me let you speak because I respect you. Like, I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we have women at Geeks and Gamers. Why? Well, because they have awesome opinions. You know, I have conversations with them. You know, yeah, people can say, oh, well, he has pretty girls here. Of course I have pretty girls here. Of course I do. But that doesn't define them. I've also had many of pretty girls come to me and go, hi, I'd like to be on your channel. Okay, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? Yeah, never mind. Click. You know what I mean?
Search for Spock.
Right, you know? And so the women at Geeks and Gamers know what the hell they're talking about. They do. And that's what's awesome about it. But they're not here because Proper Jeremy is such a great guy and he brings so many women onto the channel. No, I'm hoping that it benefits the channel. They're clearly here to help my cause, but in return, I hope it helps their cause. You know what I mean? Like, they're really good people. Everybody here is here for mainly because I want to help my brand. Because why? Because that's what I'm trying to build. But I'm also very thankful for everybody that's here. So I in return want to help them. I hope their channels get more views and subs than mine. That's fine, as long as mine is doing okay. So I never want to play the internet white knight. That's not me. You know what I mean? And I don't like, you know, I just can't stand when these guys, these male feminists like Joss Whedon and Andy Signori and all that, stop putting a false like presentation about yourself out there. Stop acting like you're not a dude who don't walk around with your friends, walk around the mall, go, damn, did you see that ass that walked by? We all do it. We just do. And the more you act like you don't, you're gonna get exposed because you're a dude. It's that simple. All right. All right, the chat's just going crazy. So,
I want to hear these super chats.
Well, let's see. All right, let me get caught up. First, I'm trying to read the chat box here. All right, Jesse's here. Okay, Anna's here. Where's Anna?
What up, Jesse? What up, Anna?
I see Jesse. Hang on. Let's see what they're saying. So many live streams. Proper Jeremy Wood. Jesse, what's up? Lando Calrissian says, bahaha. Lando Calrissian is usually objectifying me in the chat, and it kind of bothers me. It kind of bothers me because I'm thinking like, oh, what do you, is this for me or is this for my car? Since we know you're into electronics now, Lando.
So remember, he's into everything.
So I know. So it's like, you know, I'm feeling a little insecure about that. You know, like I feel like you're just using me to get to my car. And
I don't, that Xbox behind you, really, PS1 behind you.
I don't really know how I feel about that, you know? A little insecure. Okay, so anyway, let me read some super chats here. Alex Munoz, Joe, what's it really like living in San Francisco, USSR like?
San Francisco is, I actually just was describing this to Ben Shapiro, and I said, it is a liberal hellhole. Please move me to LA so I can come work for you. And I talk about this, you know, kind of ironically, but at the same time, it's kind of true. Like I can't even get on social media and look at, you know, my Facebook feed without seeing a bunch of like Women's March and, oh, isn't it horrible how they're separating children from their parents and just all these things. And I'm just all the time. I just want to clap my hands like PewDiePie and make it go away.
Meme review. Exactly. All right. Flameheart 979. Quick question: why do all Imperial officers speak British accents when they are from outer space? And there is no Britain? Because like
this
Britain
is a good question.
Britain people Britain people are taking over. They're taking over everything, and even when they're speaking like regular accents, or I guess American accents, they're still British. Look at like Rick from The Walking Dead. I was freaked out when I heard him do an interview. I was like, whoa, hold up. What? You know, or Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy. You know what I mean?
Even John Boyega.
Yeah, even John Boyega. It's crazy, man. So, but it's, I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and recognize this. This is a deep cut. This is from Thumb Wars. That's actually a quote from the movie Thumb Wars.
I haven't seen Thumb Wars.
Why do we all speak with British accents when we're from outer space and there's no Britain? And then Vader chokes him and pops his head off. It's great.
All right, let me see. I haven't seen Thumb Wars, so
I got Thumb Wars, Thumbtanic, the Blair Thumb, the God Thumb. It's a great.
I'm too busy watching great movies like Adam Sandler movies, so I don't know what to tell you. So,
I just watched Billy Madison for the first time just the other day.
What?
Yep, ever.
How?
Ever.
How did you get to this point in life and not see Billy Madison? I should have put that on the application.
Oh wait, no, I lied. I got it mixed up. I watched Happy Gilmore.
What?
Which is the golf one.
That's even worse. The fact that you're calling it the golf one is it worse. I should have put this on the application process. This is damn near unacceptable right here.
I will talk circles around you with Star Wars.
You pretty much sounded like some of those girls that were like, I want to work for Geeks and Gamers, and I was like, okay, so you like the golf one. You call Happy Gilmore the golf one. That's like the mom that goes into GameStop and says, "Hey, I have a Nintendo and I need to get a Nintendo game." She's actually got like an Xbox 360, but she calls everything Nintendo. So,
you let your kids have a Nintendo? I don't let my kids have a Nintendo.
All right. Proper Jeremy says, "Proper Jeremy, simply proper." Unlike SJW Jeremy. Proper Jeremy's not simply proper. He just isn't. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you guys what. Got some plans for Proper Jeremy after 100K. That's all I can say to you at this point. We've got some plans for more Proper Jeremy content. So look forward to that in the very near future, hopefully. Voorhees67 says, Joe is spewing hate speech against Adam Sandler. Thank you, Voorhees. Thank you. The golf one.
Hey, I can do Adam Sandler deep cuts. The peeper, what's going through his head? Whoa! Climbing the tree, slowly, hard as a rock.
Oh, I love that.
I know some Adam Sandler. I just haven't watched all of his movies yet.
I like almost all of them. I mean, Jack and Jill is unacceptable. I've never even finished that movie. There are some really bad ones that even I can't make it through, but I do like I won't say the heavy majority, but I like the majority of Adam Sandler movies.
I have a rule. If it gets less than 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, I won't watch it. So like Fantastic Four, Last Airbender, like there are some movies like if it's like 20%, I know it's like a sweet spot where like the critics hate it, but it could be really good. Like maybe 30%, it's like really good. Like the Colin Farrell Total Recall, there were some problems with that one, but I loved it. Like the production design was amazing. Kate Beckinsale and Jessica Biel were super hot. And there's this other, one of my favorite directors is this French director. He directed The Professional. He directed a bunch of other movies. What's his name again? I forget. It's looked real bad, but hold on.
Yeah, you got to Google that one. So, Jeremy, what's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? It's got to be Happy Gilmore. But I love Happy Gilmore. Obviously, the old school movies. With Billy Madison, The Wedding Singer. There's just so many. Big Daddy. All the old ones are great. I even like 50 First Dates. I even like Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston. I think that movie's great.
That was a good one.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like the first Grown Ups. The second one was kind of hard to get through. But I even like the Netflix movies haven't been really that good. They really haven't kept my interest very high. Waterboy is great. the one badass gamer. Waterboy is really great. Let's see. Roll Tide, roll, Jeremy. What did I miss? Danny Salter, Saturday, baby. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm leaving the sports. I'm leaving the sports alone, guys. But I'm mother effing hyped. I can't wait. So yes, Click is fantastic. There's no doubt about it.
I didn't even know what Bed Bath & Beyond was until I watched that movie. Christopher Walken, man.
Let's see. Here in Massachusetts, says Chris Corkum. Hell yes, Waterboy. The price is wrong, Bob. It's actually the price is wrong, bitch, is what he says. So let me see. All right, let me catch up here. So I'm caught up on the super chats now. So let me see.
Right. Well, Jeremy's catching up. I'm going to go over some of this guy's filmography. So that French director I was talking about, that's Luc Besson. So he directed, He directed Nikita. He directed Leon the Professional, or The Professional in America, Fifth Element, Transporter series, Unleashed with Jet Li, Taken. He's done a lot of good stuff.
What was that most recent movie he did that with Dane DeHaan? And it was just like last year.
Let's see. Was it Renegades or
Valerian? No, Valerian. And I didn't like Valerian, but I liked what he was trying to do with Valerian. Ultimately, the two lead actors were so miscast in Valerian. It was Cara
Delevingne. I don't really like that actress.
Yeah, I didn't like her, and Dane DeHaan was
cute in a way, but I don't know. It's kind of like she reminds me a lot of Ruby Rose. Like I really want to like Ruby Rose, but there's just something about her acting that's just so on the nose that I can't get past. I'm just like, I lose my suspension of disbelief when I listen to you talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like Ruby Rose. I didn't like her, or what's her name? I can't remember her name. Every time you say it, I'm going to forget it. But the girl in Valerian, but her and Dane DeHaan were just, it was so bad. But Dane DeHaan was actually worse than her by a lot in Valerian. But everything outside of the two main actors I actually enjoyed with Valerian. So but it was bad. It was really bad. But he has done some good stuff. I mean, Fifth Element is greatness, you know what I mean? So he's done a lot. He's done a lot of good stuff.
All right. So the movie that I like of his that is objectively bad from a lot of different reasons is Lockout. It's about a guy who gets sent to a prison planet on the moon, and it's like a maximum security prison called MS-1. And it's just like this really weird, pulpy, it feels kind of like Total Recall. It's just like this really weird sci-fi movie that has good action and not so great of graphics, since it's like produced by his own production company and it doesn't have like a bigger backer behind it. But I love this movie because it commits to the story. It doesn't like fall victim to a lot of the stupid tropes, but it totally does. You know how it goes. It's just one of those movies that it's a good time. That isn't, it's like Jurassic World. It's a good time, but it's not like a good movie, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Back to Ruby Rose, because people are talking about she was in the Meg, and I thought she was good in the Meg. I like the Meg. I don't know if you've seen the Meg yet, Joe.
Meg's a lot of fun.
I can't believe how much I enjoyed it. So, God damn it, Morgan McGinnis. Jeremy, what happens if Reylo happens, but Christian Bale gets cast in episode 9? Damn it.
If that happens, I just want to say, I want to hear him say the line, like, I want somebody to tell him, like, oh, Reylo is fine. All we do is we need to stay the course. And he needs to say, if we stay the course, we are dead. We are all dead.
Look, here's what I say. I hope Christian Bale gets cast just so he can trash the fucking lights. Just like he did on the set of Terminator. I want him to go off on JJ. I want JJ to say something, and I want Christian Bale to go full Terminator on him and just be like, oh, good for you. I want him to just destroy it. I want him to trash the whole set. I want him to go full Batista versus Disney on the entire set of episode 9. That's what I want to happen. So if Reylo happens and Christian Bale gets cast, that's what I want. I want Bale to go full Terminator Salvation on him. That's what I want to see.
It'll never happen.
No, it won't.
Disney's way too locked down.
Yeah.
Club Star Wars asks, check out the latest Red Letter Media Mr. Plinkett review for TLJ. Hilarious. What are both of your thoughts on the story leaks for episode 9? I just watched Plinkett review yesterday morning, like right when it came out. I was on top of it because my friend was very interested in these for especially the prequel trilogy, obviously. But it was really hilarious. He brought up a lot of points that I didn't even think about, like how does this character get from point A to point B? How does this character get from point A to point B? How do, like, for instance, how do Tico and Finn get from, you know, I don't even know what they call it, the Executor. What's the name of the super badass Snoke ship that gets cut in half by Holdo? Executor, maybe. Anyway, how do they get from there to the base? Oh, it's just like Rian Johnson is like spitballing this. He's like, oh shit, I need to get person A from point A to point B. And how do I do that? And then he tries to get Rey. Rey is, you know, fighting Kylo Ren, and then all of a sudden she knocks him out somehow, and then takes Snoke's ship. And instead of taking Snoke's ship, which probably has like a bunch of badass laser cannons, and it's the freaking Supreme Leader's ship, how do they get from there to the Millennium Falcon? And why does she ditch that ship for the Millennium Falcon when it's just got like one cannon? And it makes no sense.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. I haven't seen. I haven't seen Plinkett's TLJ review yet. So I'm gonna watch it. I think it's like 55 minutes long or something like that. And so, but as far as episode 9 story leaks, I don't know a lot of the story leaks that has happened in the last week or two because I really haven't been paying much attention. I guess what's his name, Matt Smith, Doctor Who, got cast in episode 9. Don't care. I've never seen Doctor Who. So I don't know anything about Matt Smith. I don't know if I've seen him in anything. I'm not sure. So whatever with him. I know he's got a pretty big fan base out there. So
yeah, am I allowed to make fun of you for this?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I also am not a Whovian, so I can't make fun of you, but I'm sure some people would.
I'm sure they will. And so, yeah. And then I don't know what else have we heard on the episode 9 leaks? I don't know of anything that's, I mean, I know Mike Zero's had exciting news like 12 times today. Yep. He's had exciting news like 12 times today, but it's gotten to the point, and I love Mike Zero. I really do, but I can't, like, I kind of just can't even watch his videos anymore because he's just like tripling down now on it. It's great.
I've got mad respect for Mike Zero, but it's so much stuff. I can't even keep up with it all. And every time it's exciting, and every time it's like groundbreaking and like breaking news. And I'm like, and then I watch it and it's like, by the way, this actor was rumored to have been in London, which is also the place where that studio is. So he may be in Star Wars. And we're like,
Yeah, he's like, as you know, John Boyega has been working very hard. Let's say he always starts it out. But like, it's kind of like that tone. And I don't know if you watched wrestling back during the Monday Night Wars, but like Tony Schiavone every night on Monday Night Nitro, he's like, this is setting up to be the greatest night in the history of professional wrestling. And after about like the 12th straight week he said that, you're kind of like, I'm probably not going to happen tonight. You know, first few times you're like, oh shit. The biggest night in the history of wrestling. And then he said it the next week and the next week. And finally you're like, bro, it's not the biggest night in the history of professional wrestling. Will you please stop? So that's kind of where I'm at with Zero and his exciting news. So, but yeah, I'm interested to see some of this stuff. Again, I'm so behind on a lot of news. I've not spoke in depth about the unfortunate situation in Jacksonville. I haven't talked about this Alec Baldwin, I think is Alec Baldwin. I think that's cast as Thomas Wayne, I think, in this Joker movie, but then he backed out today. Then it's just all kind of craziness going on. So there's a lot of news I've got to catch up on. So I'm not totally sure what's going on with episode 9, but I'll find out, unfortunately, as much as I don't really care at this point. I think Ethan said it best last night on the High Council. Basically, he said, let them keep doing what they're doing, because they're not listening. So, just let them keep doing what you're doing. And that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, people are not going to support this garbage if you keep doing it. If you're going to continue to be tone deaf against the fans are not going to support you. It's that simple. So Disney owns Star Wars. Disney can do whatever the fuck they want with Star Wars. And we can do whatever we want with our money. And at the end of the day, the market determines the market. Like I've been saying for a while. Yep. So have another Solo. Get those a couple of thousand people on Twitter that want to hashtag all day long about their support for Star Wars and their support for SJW bullshit. Go ahead and get them. Go ahead and lose another $100 million. Go ahead and do it, Disney. It's your property and you can do whatever you want with it. The beauty of it is it's our money and we can spend it however we want. And when we choose not to spend it, you want to call us racist and sexist. You can go fuck yourself the next time you want to say that. The bottom line is you are putting out a product that is bullshit. And we are speaking to how high the quality is with our wallets. And the more our money stays in our wallets for something like Star Wars, the more you can't produce a profit for something like Star Wars, the more it exposes your incompetence as storytellers. The more it exposes Kathleen Kennedy and her SJW bullshit. So you can make up whatever narrative you want. But at the end of the day, market determines the market. Done. All right.
Indeed. If there's one thing I cannot stand, it's bad storytelling. Like, I can understand mediocre storytelling, but if you ignore storytelling just simply for the sake of pushing an agenda, I cannot abide that. Like, not at all.
Yep. It's just frustrating, man. And again, I went to Disney World these past few days, got some really cool stuff that we're going to be sharing with you on the channel. And people have said, like, are you frustrated? Are you not going to go see, go to Disney and see Star Wars Land and all that stuff? Like, it's, to me, and again, this is my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. In my opinion, it's clear. It's very clear that the people at Lucasfilm have nothing to do with what they do with Star Wars in the parks. They just don't. Now, the people in the parks still have to take the lead of the films and try to, intertwine that into the things that they're doing in the parks. I can say that I'm fairly certain that there will be some Clone Wars representation within Star Wars Land. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm happy about that. As I get more details, I'll let you know. So if you're lagging right now, Darth Revan, refresh Darth Revan. If anybody else is lagging, refresh. I am not lagging on. Oh, am I? No, I'm not lagging. We're good. Is everybody else good? Damn, everybody's saying we lagged out. Refresh. Let's see. We haven't lost a ton of viewers yet. Usually, all right, no lag from Viper Chief 117. Morgan McGinnis says all good here. Comrade Commodore says all good. Okay. Okay, so Comrade Commodore has a super chat. Nothing about The Last Jedi makes sense.
Amen.
Truer words have never been spoken. Let me get proper Jeremy. Truer words have been spoken because The Last Jedi is a masterpiece. It showed young Asian girls that you can do whatever you want in life. It inspired so many young women all over the world, and that is what movies are all about, is inspiring women and minorities that fit proper Jeremy's particular political demographic, that is, because Roseanne does not deserve her job, because proper Jeremy does not respect women that like Donald Trump. Oh, I can't take it anymore. All right, I'm done. Jagerbomb, we all know Star Wars is a mess, to say the least. Yet, do you think it's worse than Star Trek in a similar mess? Yet no one is paying attention. I talked to, and I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan. I mean, I like Star Trek. I watch Next Generation. I like JJ's movies. I know Star Trek fans, like, they want to kill me when I say that, and that's fine. So Comrade Commodore says, unsub for proper Jeremy. I'm back. Okay, regular Jeremy's back. Okay, we like booty. Okay, we like boobies. Okay, it's all right. So we're back. Okay, we're back. No more properness. Okay, give me the sub back. Give me the sub back. Okay. All right.
You're going to sell your soul like PewDiePie. He's like, oh, we're about to get passed by T-Series. Oh, no. Please subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. I'll dab for you.
So as far as Star Trek goes, though, I talked to Doomcock about this. I can't remember. I think Doomcock said that he thought that Star Trek was in worse shape currently. And considering he's follows both, with what's going on with Discovery, I've never seen Discovery, so I can't speak to Discovery. It sounds to me like, based on what Doomcock is telling me, that Star Trek is actually in worse shape. So, but I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just gonna let loose here. So, responding again to Jagerbomb, Star Trek, yes, it is in a similar mess. But a lot of what Star Trek's going through is there is no clear-cut person that is in charge. So there's Viacom, who owns Paramount, who has the rights to the movies, but they also don't have the rights to produce movies based on the original series or the Next Generation stuff. So they're kind of in a development hell black hole there. There's this great video. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm gonna link it in the chats real quick. It has everything to do with people not having rights. Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine basically said, pay me a little bit more or I'm going to walk because this is taking too long. And you guys are just kind of, sitting around with your thumbs up your ass. And, when your two big stars walk, you kind of got to say, oh, yeah, well, shit, we have to think this over a little bit. But yeah, now Star Trek Discovery is being charged with plagiarism. They plagiarized some dude's tardigrade plot. And they plagiarized a lot of different characters and character relationships from certain fan fictions. Hey, sound familiar? It's like what Rian Johnson did. He plagiarized a bunch of fan fiction. But then on top of it, now they kind of have to go back to the bottom of the barrel, which technically isn't the bottom of the barrel, but they have to go back to like the basics and get Captain Picard to come, head a new series. If they don't do that, what do they have? Literally nothing, because they don't have the rights to produce anything based off Next Generation or the original series. Somehow they got Picard to come back to do something. So somebody must have like sold their soul to get Picard and the rights to something to do with Picard. But as far as movies go, they cannot do anything like that. For TV shows, yeah, they still got the rights to do that. But when it comes down to it, it's the same thing as bringing back Han Solo. I highly doubt they're going to kill off Picard just to make a statement and say the new thing is good. You should not pay attention to the old thing like they did with Star Wars. But when it comes down to it, you really got to realize this is what they're doing. They're having to go back to what was successful in the past because they really don't have the creative stamina to come up with something good in the future.
Good answer. Good answer. All right. So Voorhees67, I subbed to Mike Zero when he had that girly long hair, then unsubbed when I realized he gave 0 fucks, then resubbed when I could turn off the bell. Yeah, man. This Howard, he's got like Howard Stern stuff going, man. It is freaking crazy.
Remember we scrolled back through all of his videos?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, it's
man.
fantastic. It's fantastic.
If you guys, okay, do yourself a favor. If you have not gone to Mike Zero's channel, I don't care. You guys, you should all be subscribed to Mike Zero anyways, because he provides news like before it's even news. But,
he provides future Star Wars content. I mean,
it's amazing.
So,
not even sarcastic. It's amazing how much stuff he is able to pull out of like the dregs of the internet. But go back, look at his original videos on his channel, and you will thank yourself, because these are quality entertainment. Not from like it's like going back. We just had a thing where all of the Geeks and Gamers staff, we posted pictures of ourselves as like children in our private chat, and it was a gold mine. It's kind of like that. He's got like long weird hair. He's doing like weird ass skits. This is before he was Mike Zero. He was like chicken. What was the name of his channel?
Chicken. I can't remember.
I'm gonna look it up.
All right, go ahead and look it up. Go ahead and look it up. Let me move on. So AJ Martinez, A to the mother effing men, Jeremy. This is why I love your channel. That's probably when I got on my my woke box a few minutes ago. But thank you. I appreciate that, OJ Martinez. I tend to go on those little rants when you guys ask the right questions, so it's not pre-planned. But Proper Jeremy says, do not put words into Proper Jeremy's mouth. Yeah, well, I mean, Proper Jeremy's too busy putting other things in his mouth. So anyway, Gerhard Funstaden, did you know Return of the Jedi has a guy called Moff Jared? That's the Imperial officer. Yes, we will double efforts with Vader is telling him the Emperor will be there and he will not be pleased. I remember that. So yeah, I think that's the guy. So let's see. Gerhard Funstaden from San Antonio. Great to have you here. San Antonio, Texas. Go Spurs. It's good to have you. So
big David Robinson fan here.
No, they're not from San Antonio. I just troll them because they troll me. So, Comrade Commodore got here late, missed the other dude's name after 9 is a disaster. Do you think? What do you think happens to Star Wars? I don't think it can recover. So Joe is the other person here. That's Joe. He is the operations manager for Geeks and Gamers. He basically runs everything. He runs everything. and he's awesome. So as far as episode 9, what do you think happens in Star Wars? I think once 9, absolutely tanks, which I believe it will. I do firmly believe it will. I think that's going to be Disney's final wake-up call to realize that they've completely screwed this all up. But I feel like they've already realized it. I just feel like episode 9 is maybe too far into production, pre-production, whatever you want to call it. The machine is already moving, and I don't know what they can do to fix it other than maybe try to do some creative, acrobats within the movie. But I think they realize how bad they've screwed it up. I do, because again, Kathleen Kennedy has not made a public appearance outside of that one cringeworthy interview at the Solo premiere. That's it. She hasn't made an appearance since The Last Jedi. Rian Johnson's trilogy, it seems to be that it's not happening. There's just so many things pointing to the fact that they realize they've screwed up, but Disney is not just going to just walk out there and say, hey guys, we screwed up. I think they know, but I don't think episode 9, I think episode 9 is screwed either way. Disney's only choice right now with episode 9 would be to delay it. I don't think that fits into what they're trying to do with opening Star Wars Land at Disneyland in California, Disney World in Florida. I think that puts them in a box right now. You've got Star Wars Celebration in 2019 in Chicago. I think that the machine is moving, and they feel like we can't really stop it, but we know we screwed a lot up. That's just speculation on my part. Joe, what do you think?
I think that let's look at it from the Disney standpoint and from the fan standpoint. Let's look at it from all of the different viewpoints. So from a Disney and Lucasfilm and basically everybody who's involved with the production of the movie standpoint, you must deliver episode 9. There is zero leeway there. You must deliver episode 9, and it must be within the next couple of years. I mean, if you want to push episode 9 back to, say, 2020 instead of 2019, maybe, like, you're obviously going to get, a bunch of shit from people for doing that, but you have to deliver episode 9. Whether or not they're going to split it into episode 9 and episode 10 and use, hypothetically use episode 9 to kind of retcon episode 8, there's a lot of different theories surrounding that. I'm not really, of any one mind about that. I think that it's all kind of up in the air at the moment. JJ coming back is a good move, but B, why did he do it? There's a number of reasons why he could have come back. First of all, he came back because they were trying to get him to take Kathleen Kennedy's job, which is what we've heard through the grapevine. Like, all the industry news that I've listened to says J.J. Abrams they tried to tap him for Kathleen Kennedy's role, and he turned it down. So nobody even wanted that because, obviously it comes with a whole host of problems that he would have to inherit from that position. Next, does he want to split it into a couple of different episodes? Why would he do this? This is good because it gives him time to fix all of the problems, smooth over all of the inconsistencies, and then begin to finish telling the story that he started back in episode 7. That's a good thing. But do audiences have the attention span and the patience to wait 4 more years instead of 2 more years for a couple of episodes? I mean, if they're not producing, Star Wars stories in between, potentially they could come out with another movie in 1 year, but it's kind of unrealistic because it would just be rushed, and it already feels rushed. So it's just not going to happen. So if episode 10 comes out, it's going to come out in 2021 at the earliest, I'm going to say. And if it doesn't come out, then we're going to be stuck with episode 9. I personally don't think that it is possible to salvage the trilogy at this point, whether you do it in 1 movie or 2, because of all of the decisions you've made. First, you've gotten rid of Luke Skywalker. You can't bring Luke Skywalker back without doing a bunch of stupid mental gymnastics like, oh, it was a clone. It was Luke. Luke. It wasn't actual Luke, or, like Jake Skywalker. You can't do that. Or, oh, it was just a dream and Finn wakes up and he's still injured, which would have been the realistic thing to do anyway. There's a lot of reasons why you can't just smooth things over from episode 8 and continue on. It's just not going to happen from a narrative standpoint. Now, JJ obviously is the mystery box guy. He likes to set things in motion and let other people take them. And they also take the fall when they can't come up with a satisfactory solution to all of JJ's mysteries, as is the case with Alias and Lost and etc. Super 8, even, like, that was something he was in control of from start to finish. And that was kind of unsatisfying too. It was great for the first hour, maybe hour and 15 minutes. But after that, it just kind of fell apart because he's like M. Night Shyamalan. He comes up with this great premise, but he can't satisfactorily finish a plot. So
I disagree.
You think so?
I love Super 8. The second time I watched it, I didn't like the first time, but I liked the second time I watched it. I love Super 8.
Okay. I like Super 8.
Hey, I'll tell you right now. Wait for this chat. Wait for this chat to tell me how wrong I am about Super 8. They're about to destroy me. So I mean, they're gonna all be on your side. But I like JJ, where all of them they're about to just be soy boy Jeremy. You know, Jeremy sucks. Jeremy's a shill. Jeremy's this. I'm just waiting for the chat. So they're all going to agree with you. So
yeah.
So
JAAKE Skywalker from Chris Corkum. Yes. I agree. First Comics, M. Night sucks. I'm going to have to agree with you. Most of his movies suck, but, Sixth Sense was not bad.
The Sixth Sense got spoiled for me before I ever saw it, so I never really got to experience it how I should have. So I can't really judge it. All right, Gearhard Funstaden says Moffat Jer Rod #new nickname. I mean, I've got too many at this point, so. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. So if you guys want to, say that, that's cool. I have no control over anything that this community does. We've already established that. So let's see. Jay Sosi. No matter how good they make the trailer, no go. And I'm pretty sure the trailer for episode 9 is going to be pretty cool. But it's not going to happen. So.
Let's be honest. It's going to be a killer trailer and a mediocre movie at best.
Probably. Christian Garcia says Stir of Echoes was better than The Sixth Sense. Again, I can't really comment on The Sixth Sense because I didn't see it in its proper way. But I loved Stir of Echoes. I thought Stir of Echoes was fantastic. Kevin Bacon, who's been in almost every movie ever made. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. Somebody told me today while I was on the road, I saw a message on one of my YouTube videos. I even told Ivan about it. I guess they said that there's a new trailer for Resistance. I looked for it and I can't find it. So am I missing something? Is there a new trailer for Resistance? I would love to know because I looked and didn't see anything.
There's the teaser trailer, which is about like half a minute long. And then there's the first look trailer, which is about a minute long.
Yeah, that first look trailer was the one that everybody killed, right? That's the one you're talking about?
There's also the season 1 trailer, which is about a minute and a quarter. So maybe it's that one. That one came out on August 20th.
Okay. Morgan McGinnis says maybe they saw Ivan's. Well, Ivan's was far better than the original, that's for sure. The Last Jedi trailer was misleading, says Club Star Wars. I agree.
I agree.
I'm sure all of you have seen my reaction to the Last Jedi trailer. And I think that's what's funny is because so many people, paint this picture of me and others, and they'll say, oh, they just went into it wanting to hate it. No, I loved The Force Awakens and I wanted to love The Last Jedi. I wanted to. I was trying to force myself to overlook the problems. I wanted to. It was to the point where people were trying to tell me, like, Jeremy, you're claiming you like this movie, man, but why don't you just admit that you don't like it? I mean, I was trying to convince myself. That's because I'm a fan. I'm not a fucking critic. I'm not a professional movie reviewer. I'm a person that likes Star Wars. I'm a person that's been into Star Wars since the mid-'80s. I always loved Star Wars. When Disney bought Star Wars, I couldn't have been happier. I was excited for Star Wars Land. I was excited. I didn't really love Rogue One like everyone else did, but I still liked it. I was fine with it. I wanted to love The Last Jedi. Wanted to. And, for all these shills out there that are so concerned with getting into the press events and so concerned with getting their early screenings and so concerned with kissing Disney's ass, I'm not concerned with kissing Disney's ass. I like Walt Disney World. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pay my fucking money and I'm going to go to Walt Disney World. I'm not going in there with special treatment. I'm not trying to kiss up to them to get free tickets or whatever. Do I have access to free tickets? Absolutely. But I just dropped $500 just for me and Ivan to go for a few days to get some footage for the channel. So all these people that are just They will not accept any criticism for Star Wars. They won't accept it. And then when there's valid criticism, then they change the rules because they couldn't defend that Resistance trailer. They couldn't do it. So what did they do? They changed it around. Oh, well, it's a kid's show. All you man babies out there so upset over a kid's show. No, you dumb fuck. It airs at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. during the school year. That is not for kids. Plus, this is canon within Star Wars, right? If it's canon within Star Wars, that means it's tied to Star Wars. So that means you can't use that whole excuse for all the kids show and all that. And even if it was a kid's show, even if it was, what is wrong with the kids show? Are you saying children don't deserve a quality product? Like, what exactly are they trying to say? They constantly change the rules. They constantly move the goalposts because they don't have any core values. They just want to defend this stuff because they want to stay caught up Disney's ass so they can continue to get the perks. And that's fine. God bless you. If that's what you want, if your job is to praise Disney blindly, just so you can get into special events, that's fine. That's the difference between me as a Disney fan and them as a Disney fan. I love Disney, love Walt Disney World, love Pixar, loved Star Wars up until last year. Love a lot of things. I love the MCU. But I can criticize it when it deserves it. And I can call Disney out when they're doing bullshit. And I can call them out when they're pushing SJW politics. And I'm not scared to do it. Because at the end of the day, I'll spend my own money to go to these parks. I don't care. And all of these Fruit Loops out there, all of these soy boys out there, all they want to do is kiss Disney's ass. Well, you kiss it. That's fine. All right.
I'm seeing in the comments, Data Racer 117. I know you follow me on Twitter, so I know what you're talking about. The Crap Awakens was junk, bro. And then also Jennifer G, TFA was terrible. And then a lot of other people talking crap about the Force Awakens. I'm gonna come out.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. This happens every time.
It's true. The Force Awakens was a solid movie. Yes, it may have had a lot of flaws, but as a movie, from a narrative standpoint, it was a solid movie if you've got your suspension of disbelief intact. If you lose your suspension of disbelief, it all goes out the window. And I'd say that movie walks a very fine line of making fantastical things happen, but also like barely holding on to your suspension of disbelief. On the other hand, The Last Jedi, you lose your suspension of disbelief as soon as they start making the Your Mama jokes to Hux. Like, immediately you lose your suspension of disbelief. So it falls apart immediately, and then you can't get it back. Like, once that happens, you can't get it back. So that's really where I draw the line. So Force Awakens was able to pull it off because JJ has got a lot of skills. And look, let's be honest, JJ does have a lot of skills. He does have a lot of flaws, but he does have a lot of skills. Mission Impossible 3, one of my favorites because of the Philip Seymour Hoffman character, how it was directed, and a lot of the choices they made in the story. I really like that. My favorite's 6, the one that just came out. Fallout, so fantastic. Go see it if you haven't. Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, and you guys have been waiting months for me to tell you what you want to hear about TFA. I'm sorry. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to be honest, and I get it. You guys don't like it, and that's cool. I can't change my reaction. I spent 2 years defending the movie against the criticisms. I can't just suddenly just go, oh yeah, it sucked. That would be me being like the Disney Shields and just telling you what you want to hear. I'm not doing that. I'm here to be honest, and I understand that that's going to be very unpopular for our subs when I say that. There's nothing I can do about it. My opinion. You guys have yours, and that's, you know, I've admitted that TFA definitely the time has not been kind to it. The Last Jedi definitely affected my opinion of it. It's definitely hurt my opinion of the movie. It definitely has fallen a lot, but I still like it. I mean, you know what I mean? So that's all I can do, and that's all I'm going to do.
How about this? How about we figure out the top 3 problems with The Force Awakens, and then the top 3 problems with The Last Jedi. And I bet they're completely different problems. I would say for The Force Awakens, the top 3 problems are, first, coincidence. So she just happens to stumble upon BB-8, who just so happens to be holding the map to Luke Skywalker. And they just so happen to have Finn rebel at that time after having been to that village where Poe was. And he just so happens to blah, blah, blah. And they just so happen to find the Millennium Falcon that just so happens to get into Han Solo's hands right after they leave the planet, and just so happens to blah, 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 blah. Same thing. So coincidence is the #1 flaw of The Force Awakens, I think. Secondly, the characters are compelling. Let's be honest. So the characters everybody hated from The Last Jedi were not the characters from The Force Awakens. Yes, Rey was still a Mary Sue, but she was a likable Mary Sue. Everybody likes Rey, even though she's a Mary Sue. I mean, yeah, sure, some of you guys may not like Rey, but I like Rey. I think she's the biggest Mary Sue of all time, but she's still likable. Like the only part
I liked her in The Force Awakens.
The only parts that make me like really mad at her are like when like, and it's not me being mad at her, it's being mad at the screenwriters that say, "Stop holding my hand," like 2 or 3 times in the same scene. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit much. Come on, you guys, don't be so heavy-handed with the whole.
Respect women. You respect women. You don't
Respect
hold
women.
You don't hold that door for that woman. You let her hold that fucking door for herself. You don't hold her hand. You don't protect her from you don't protect her from death. You don't hold her hand. You don't save her. You evil man. You evil man. You respect that woman. All right, go ahead.
Oh, come on, Flipped Out. She doesn't suck. She's okay, but she's not like the best. She's not the best example of a Mary Sue. She's not a realistic woman you can root for without being like, okay, she's pretty unrealistic. Like I wrote a whole post on Kialo.com today, and this is not me like plugging the site, but it's a good site for like.
Yes, Jeremy's clipping his fingernails. That's what we do on the Geeks and Gamers channel. I'm a human. I scratch my balls and I clip my fingernails. Okay, so.
So this site, I'm heavily in the middle of this discussion called "Was The Last Jedi one of the weaker Star Wars movies?" And it's a really compelling discussion, like because the way this website is set up, like allow me to do like a 3-minute brief on this website. It's set up so that there are different premises postulated by different people. So we've got like it's weak because they threw away the potential of the original characters. It's weak because they had incoherent plot lines. It's weak because Rey's a Mary Sue. It's weak because of this. It's weak because of that. And then they have all of the pros of the movie. It's like, it's strong because it shows like a strong female that doesn't need no man. It's strong because blah, 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 blah. And it shows all this stuff. So then after that, you go down another level and people respond either in affirmative or rebutting each of those different points. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I could totally be down with this website. So I sat there and like anytime you write something that says like, this is a bad point because XYZ, they're like, well, can you provide any, rational backup for this point? And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And then I provide like 9 or 12 different links on why the throne room fight scene is bad. A, because all of the people are twirling around instead of attacking Rey and Kylo. B, because their weapons disappear. C, because there's 8 of them and 2 of Rey and Kylo. D, because these are supposed to be the elite bodyguard of Snoke and, like all this stuff, right? So you can get like way down deep into it and like nitpick all of the fine details while still being in the proper context. So people aren't going to like take that and be like, oh, well, you hate women. It's like, no, we're not talking about women. We're talking about the fight scene and why the fight scene is bad. And you're like sequestered into that little niche of the discussion. So people can't just like change the subject and like totally, negate where you're at.
All right. So Rhino Sis says, I like this guy. He's smart. So Joe, somebody says smart, but then someone, I can't find it, but he says, who's the guy with the G&G glamour shot? Talking about you.
Hey. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That's not a glamour shot. That was actually an employer photograph. They were like, oh, we need to take professional photography of everybody. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll do my hair a little bit nicer. And so
that's a proper photo.
It's proper, Joe.
But that is Joe, who's operations manager for Geeks and Gamers. Okay, let me quick. I got some super chats I got to catch up on. The Grand Inquisitor says, "You see the new Resistance promo on Star Wars YouTube?" I didn't. I guess that's the one I was talking about. So I guess I'll have to check that out afterwards. I guess that's the one everybody was telling me about. Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story. They say that Rey will have a new look. Goth with a question mark. God, I don't even care. Like I said, man, at some point I liked Rey after The Force Awakens. And now I think she's just objectively a terrible character in every sense of the word. absolutely terrible. Hey, what's going on, fanboy? I see you. I see you. Saying at D-Day Cobra, what's going on, man? Corey Lowe. So can I have some special treatment? Because why not? Corey Lowe, you always get special treatment. You got an email reply from me. You know how many emails I haven't replied to? Ask Joe. He'll tell you a lot. You know how many messages from Joe I haven't responded to? You know how many messages Joe sends me a day that I don't respond to? And he's the operations manager of Geeks and Gamers. How many do you send me a day?
I end up doing it myself. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. So, Corey Lowe, you're already getting special treatment. You're already. Alex Munoz just saw that the city of LA today decided to change the name of Rodeo Drive to Obama Boulevard. Welcome to California. Just change and rewrite our past. Did this really happen?
Did you just say rodeo? It's rodeo.
I thought it was Rodeo Drive. I was in Hollywood for 6 months. That's what it was called. Am I wrong?
I thought it was rodeo, man. Like you're going to the rodeo to like rope some calves or something.
No, rodeo. That's like the fancy.
Okay.
That's the fancy area, right?
Maybe that's the way. I don't know. Yeah. All I know is in the middle of Golden Gate Park, they've got Nancy Pelosi Drive, and I'm just like, ugh. It like borders Robin Williams Meadow and John F. Kennedy Drive and Martin Luther King Jr. But I'm just like Nancy Pelosi.
You're from Cali. You're from Cali. How do you not know this?
Hey, all I know is how to pronounce a rodeo. Like when people go to the rodeo to watch like people rope some steers and like corral things and ride bulls and stuff. That's a rodeo. That's not rodeo.
Yeah, rodeo is what it's called because, like I said, I was out in Hollywood years and years ago. I was in Hollywood for about three or 4 months, and I worked at Ralph's Supermarket for all of you California kids out there. I worked at Ralph's on Sunset Boulevard, and yeah, they kept talking about Rodeo Drive, and that was like the fancy area or some shit, you know, because I was like, where's Hollywood? And they're like, you're in Hollywood. I'm like, you mean all this place where all the homeless people are sleeping? You know, because that's pretty much what Hollywood was.
I just had lunch on Sunset Boulevard the other day. Good times, man.
So tell me this. So have they really changed Rodeo Drive to Obama Boulevard? I mean, did this really happen? I have not heard about this, but I would love to get more information on that. That is insane.
Well, since they will change it. They haven't yet, but they're going to.
Okay. Well, he said today they decided to change the name is what Alex Munoz says. So, okay. Jaegerbomb says, I personally think Holdo is the worst character in Star Wars ever. Worse than Rose, L3, and Jar Jar. What do you two think? Well, I haven't seen Solo.
Jar Jar is not on the same level as these people. He's like a well-meaning character. That's not like an actual agenda-driven character. Like the dude, I don't remember his name, but the guy who played him, Ahmed Best is his name. He seems like a totally like a champ. Like he came into the job like being like 100% stoked to be working in Star Wars. Like, oh my God. And I went to Comic-Con this summer and I was talking to Ray Park, and Ray Park was like, this is amazing. I get to be in Star Wars. And he turns out to be like the most badass Darth Maul ever, right? And Ahmed Best is thinking the same thing, like, yes, this is my big break. But it turns out to be like, you know, Jake Lloyd or, you know, whoever else gets made fun of for whoever they're playing. Like, he just got crucified, and he was just, like, super sad about it. Let's talk about L3. Nobody's going to hate the actress for L3 because they can't even see her. I don't even remember her name, right? Nobody cares. As far as Rose, Kelly Marie Tran, yeah, she probably got a short end of the stick there. Holdo, dude, Laura Dern, she knows what she's getting into. She's been a big star ever since at least Jurassic Park, which was, what, 25 years ago now? So she knows what she's getting into. She can read the script. She's not stupid. Like Kelly Marie Tran, this is like her first big thing, right? She's like, oh my God, Star Wars, amazing. On the other hand, Laura Dern's like, all right, let me read the script. Let me have my manager look at it. Let me blah, 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 blah. Hash out the, you know, she knows what she's doing. So Holdo, yes. As far as Laura Dern and the whole production of everything, Holdo is the worst produced character ever. Yes. Rose, it might have just been like somebody like wrote this shit and the actress was like, oh, well, I trust you to do a good job, like Ahmed Best. But, you know, it's ugh.
Yeah, again, I haven't seen Solo, so I don't know anything about L3. I've heard enough to know that I don't want to see it as far as that specific character. I have heard generally good things about the movie outside of L3.
You should watch it. It's mildly entertaining.
And Jar Jar, I mean, I don't like Jar Jar, but he's definitely doesn't deserve to be in the ranks of Rose or Holdo. Then it comes down to Rose and Holdo, and I think that they're both are justified to be called the worst character in Star Wars history for a couple of different reasons. Some are based on what they meant to the movie and the universe, and some are why the hell these characters were even cast in the first place, and that goes beyond the movie, and it goes beyond the SJW bullshit that Disney's continuing to try to shove into these movies. So, but I think ultimately, while they both deserve, and I've been back and forth on this, because I at one point I said Rose, then I said Holdo. I've been back and forth. The more I think about it, the more I think that that Holdo is the worst, because
it depends what criteria you use. Which
is
the
really
worst for the Rebels, which is the worst for the real life of Star Wars and agenda drivenness, and which is the worst for like social media aspect. It really depends how you're looking at this. So overall worst, I mean, let's say probably Holdo, because she doesn't even have a chance to change. She's done.
Right. And then, you know, there's people, and I don't know. Luckily, I haven't seen I've seen Last Jedi now. Only saw it since I saw it in theaters. I saw it when we had to do the rewatch for the High Council. I don't remember this particular scene because I was probably reading super chats or something, or we were talking about something else. So I don't remember this scene very well. I know that people have brought it up. And that scene with Holdo and Leia, I guess that a lot of people said that that was a scene that it kind of hinted that they may have a relationship, you know. I
didn't really get that.
I would have to rewatch that again, but you know, that just adds to the terribleness of the existence of that character. So by a little bit, I'm gonna just not by much, but by a little bit, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say Holdo. All right, so good question.
We actually have a T-shirt design, which is the worst character, and it's got Rose, L3, Holdo, and Jar Jar. So spot on the money. When we get that shirt out, you guys can be the first to snap it up.
Nice, nice. All right, Club Star Wars. If Luke wasn't killed in The Last Jedi, would you have forgiven the rest of the movie? I'm still hoping for a Gandalf-like return in 9. So I'll say this. I can only talk about my reaction to, and it's on this channel. You've seen it. Ivan Ortega's cut. He showed his ending, his version, which if you haven't seen it, please, I'll try to find it and link it later after this video, you know, publishes. I'm gonna make it unlisted, but I'll try to share it in the description or something. But seeing Ivan's ending makes me say that I definitely would have not able to be I wouldn't have forgiven the rest of the movie, but I would be more excited for episode 9 if we would have gotten Ivan's ending. I would have been more excited for episode 9, a lot more excited. And that's just based on my, you know, honest reaction to watching his finale. So what do you think, Joe? Have you seen Ivan's cut, the end at least?
I've actually not seen it, but I will say,
oh my gosh, it's so good.
You know, I've watched throughout while he was creating his whole thing.
Hang on, and just so the chat knows, I'm gonna try to find this video while Joe's talking, and I'll try to drop a link below.
That'd be good. All right, so while Ivan was creating his cut, I watched a number of different. You know, he would go through and be like, "Oh, here's this version. Here's this part of the movie. Here's this part of the movie." I like what he's done with all of those things, but even with all of those improvements he made, I really think they're just going to be aesthetic improvements. I don't think he can fix the movie. Like, the movie is so fundamentally flawed. Like, here's the thing. I've watched some good YouTube videos, not just like, you know, like some hack talking about it, but like people who really know what they're talking about. They're saying Star Wars was saved in the editing process. Like, it was a mess until I heard Lucas's wife.
Can I just interrupt though? I will say, you haven't seen his cut. I've seen almost all of it. He fixes it.
Really?
He's not just using the footage from the movie. He's adding footage to fundamentally change it.
Okay. That's the only thing that can change it, in my opinion. If you add things to it, there's not enough there. But yeah, for Star Wars, before it was Episode 4, A New Hope. Back when it was just Star Wars, it was horrible until they re-edited it. And I heard Lucas's wife edited it, and I heard Lucas had to edit it a number of times as well. And when they finally did release it, it was a product of, you know, obviously they've got the writing, they've got the Ralph McQuarrie production design, they've got a lot of different things. And, you know, all of those things put together makes a good movie. The acting, the hijinks, the premise, the plot, all the different groundbreaking visual design of the moment, all of those things made a good movie. But when it comes down to it, if you edit a movie wrong, you're going to lose. Like, look at any blockbuster movie nowadays that just kind of tanks. Like, for instance, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Would that have done well if they would have edited it differently? Or John Carter or something like that? Would it have done better? Who knows?
I just dropped the link, guys. So obviously you would have to leave this video if you want to watch it, which is fine. If you want to, it's a great video. I'm telling you, like, Joe, you should actually go watch it so we can follow up on that. It's about a 10-minute video, but you need to watch probably at least the last 5 minutes of it to kind of understand what he's doing. It's really good. So if you do, just mute and watch that, and we can follow back up on that.
For sure.
So, all right. Melissa Anderson says, yes, it's going to be called Obama Boulevard. And then Melissa also says, it's not the famous Rodeo Drive of Beverly Hills. So maybe this is so other people are saying it's Rodeo Drive. So, but the original comment said Rodeo Drive. So either way, at least it's not the famous one. But still, I mean, I don't know. People get, you know, streets named after him. So as long as they're not changing an iconic one, I don't really necessarily have a big problem with that. But again, the end of the day, I don't really care. So as long as it's not a really famous one. Mega Jetty 1, I expected Jar Jar to say, did the Miso do that? Do you guys want Jar Jar Binks to show up? Not right.
No.
Jar Jar Binks. Nobody wants Jar Jar Binks. Bob Larson just joined the chat, said, what's up? What's up, Bob Larson? Let's see.
Well, I'm trolling through a little bit ago, and I saw this comment that says, where'd it go? It was right there. Damn, I lost it. I lost it.
All right, hang on. Michael Knight, 1776 says, Geeks, I love this channel and appreciate your work. It's really hard for me to not delve deeper into politics. It's all good, man. I mean, look, it's me too. I follow politics very closely. I follow politics very closely. I don't talk. I do mention them here and there. I don't go too far into it. Bottom line, you know, as long as you're not insane right or insane left, you'll probably get along with me. And I'm pretty down the middle on politics. But you know, politics is never a good idea to bring into your brand one way or the other. So we try. There's obviously things you have to discuss with politics these days, but we try to stay away from, you know, any of the real details. And so even with sports, you know, the amazing subscribers here have smacked Jeremy around and told him, yo, you ain't talking sports because we'll bounce. So that's why we got Sports Wars. All right.
All right. Jeremy, so this comment I found. Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, Jeremy, I found.
Oh, hang on. Can you get Abu Nas on one night? Data Racer 117. I would love to have Abu Nas on. So yes, I would love to have that happen. All right, go ahead, Joe.
So I found Darth Hamer. According to Ruin Johnston, Holo has the Force Ghost in a ball gown, ? And I'm just like,
yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. I heard
she
about
has
that.
the Force as far as I can throw Luke, and I can throw Luke not at all. So 0.
Oh,
no,
man, it's so bad. Yeah, that's been out for months. I mean, that story came out months ago. Darth Hammer, or is it Hammer? Yeah. Ryan Johnson confirmed on Twitter, on a Twitter post this morning, he's still making his trilogy. Somebody else said that earlier. I looked. I don't know if he just did it in a response or if he made an actual tweet. I would like to see that. I looked. I didn't see it. So if you can give me some more details on that, I would like to know. But bottom line, he's going to say whatever he's got to say to make himself look good. You know, Disney's going to call him in and go, yo, man, you have screwed this up so bad. So bad. You know, and we probably should not have given you a trilogy before the damn movie even came out. But Kathleen Kennedy's a damn idiot. So because she's an idiot, we understand that we, with our mistake, are going to unfortunately put you in some bad light. So you're not doing the trilogy because you're a piece of shit, but we're going to try to ease you out. So if you want to save face publicly, that's fine. That's probably how it's going. So I think I don't think his trilogy is happening. I really don't. And I'll say this. I don't want his trilogy to happen personally. I don't think it's going to happen. But if they go ahead and greenlight this trilogy, this is going to be pure entertainment to watch this train wreck happen right before our eyes. So if they want to go do it, go for it. Go for it and make it happen and entertain us all with this disaster, because we're not going to see it. You're going to lose money. You're going to call us names. You're going to call us man babies. You're going to call us racist. You're going to call us sexist. And you know what? When you do that so much, it really starts to lose any of its meaning. And we're well beyond that. Those words don't mean anything anymore, because all of you SJWs, all of you soy boys, all of you Fruit Loops out there, all of you just continue to ruin your own credibility with all of your bullshit. So on a personal level, I don't want it to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but God damn it, if you dumb fucks actually think that you're actually going to greenlight this project, entertain us. Entertain the hell out of us while losing more money. Go ahead and do it. All right.
I want to talk about Looper. Who's seen Looper in the chat? Like, shout out, I've seen Looper. Because have you seen it, Jeremy?
Yeah, a long time ago. I went into Looper with high expectations because it was being praised like a mofo. I did like Looper. I've seen it one time. I liked it. I was definitely disappointed based on my expectations. I thought Emily Blunt was great. I really hated that he put makeup on Joseph Gordon-Levitt for absolutely no reason.
No. That was one of the good things about the movie. Like, it made him look weird, and it made him look not like him, but it made him look more like Bruce Willis. So that actually helped my suspension of disbelief a little bit. So I will say that. Okay. We can differ on that. But what I want to talk about is, does anybody notice that is the same plot, like almost to the letter, of Luke and Kylo in Return of the Jedi? Somebody tries to stop somebody from being evil in the future by killing them because they know what they're going to be in the future. And then the fact that they tried to do that is what made them evil. So in Looper, Bruce Willis, i.e. Luke, gets killed before he can make that happen. Spoilers if you haven't watched the movie. But Bruce Willis's character gets killed off before he can make that happen. But the kid doesn't become evil. So the Rainmaker in the future, right? So he's the guy that becomes evil. The little kid that Bruce Willis is trying to come back to kill is the one that becomes evil in the future. It's the exact same plot. So he basically recycled his own plot, tacked on a bunch of fan fiction, and called it a new thing. He copied like the throne room scene with Luke and the Emperor saying, like, look at your friends out the window getting blown up. Like, he copied that. He copied the whole training thing with, Luke and Rey. Oh, yeah, he subverted our expectations and he didn't train Rey. But other than that, all he did was copy. Like, the only thing, like, even the whole throne room scene, that was copied out of The Wizard of Oz. He even admitted to that on Twitter today. So, I mean, this dude is a hack, like, no two ways about it. I loved the first half of Looper, and I absolutely hated the second half. And I was like, I came out of it with the same feeling. Remember that clip where he's like, oh, yeah, I kind of want to just, I want to make it so half of the people like the movie and half the people don't like the movie. Mm-hmm. Well, he's done that just to me. Like, he's made it so that half of me likes it and half of me hates it. Or that I like half of it and I hate half of it. But with The Last Jedi, it was just, I didn't know whether I liked it or hated it until I looked at it again, and then I hated it. So, I mean, it took me like until at least 5 to 10 minutes after I had stopped watching the end of the movie. And I came out and I was like, what did I just watch? And then me and all my friends in the theater lobby were like, yeah, that really kind of sucked, like, for a lot of reasons. And that's when I got online and I saw a Geeks and Gamers video and, many other videos, obviously. But one of the headlines of a video that spoke to me was one of Jeremy's that said, my journey from a blind Star Wars fanboy to a toxic Star Wars hater. And I was like, oh shit, that's me.
Yep.
So that's why I'm with Geeks and Gamers now.
Yep. So that's the video that that convinced you to reach out to this asshole that's screaming on YouTube all day long, huh?
Indeed. That and your lovely hair. Can we see that real quick?
Nope, not until 100K. Not until 100K.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not yet. All right. So let's see. Let me see who's in the chat here. Jedi Bunny is in here. Hello, Jedi Bunny. Nice to see you. Thank you for.
Jedi Bunny.
Yeah, I think you commented on one of my Instagram posts the other day, if I'm not mistaken. Remind me if I'm remembering that correctly. So let's see. What hair perfect comics? Oh, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. Everyone thinks I'm bald. that's hilarious. I am the complete opposite of being bald. Jedi Bunny says, yes, I did. See, I remember. Morgan McGinnis says, LOL. Legends Luke would kick Disney Luke's ass, says Blue Diamond Director. Yes, I think we all agree with that. Let's see. Perfect hair forever, says Danny Salter. And Danny Salter has an amazing avatar. I know I'm not allowed to talk about sports, but I can compliment Danny Salter's avatar. Okay, I can do that. That's all I'm going to say. Saturday, Danny. Saturday. RTR or RMFT, whichever you want. Okay. Woke Jeremy parody Twitter account. Oh, God. I mean, I can't keep up with how many. At 100K, shave your eyebrows. Oh, never mind. All right, damn it, from Hell's Heart. Look. Look at that. They're here. They're just light. They're just light.
I'm like sitting forward looking at my screen really close, and I can't even see them, dude.
I've never had people say anything about my eyebrows. It's so funny. Like, not like saying that they've never said that they can't see them. I mean, they're just really light.
Your
just
eyebrows
really
have light privilege?
You guys, hey, you guys want me to bust out with some proper Jeremy and get some eyeliner for them or something? You may color them in. Corey Lowe, speaking of sports, Jeremy, how do you feel about Jemele Hill leaving ESPN? Way too late. She should have been gone years ago. All right, that's all I'm going to say. She should have been gone years ago. She's garbage tier. All right. Let's see. Let me see. All right, we got no more super chats as of right now, so let me get back over here. I got to catch up on the chat. Everybody's making fun of my eyebrows. Your eyebrows are offensive, it says Forward Edge. Let's see. You'll get 1 million subs with trans eyeliner events.
Start doing makeup tutorials.
Darth Revan says, Wokey Jeremy. Wokey Jeremy. Let's see, Jeremy, did you hear they hired one of the doctors from Doctor Who for episode 9? Yeah, we mentioned that earlier, Matt Smith. I'm not a Doctor Who fan. I don't know anything about Doctor Who. Yeah, I mean, apparently he's got a lot of people like Matt Smith, so that's cool. I think Matt Smith was in Terminator Genesis, which I never saw, I think. Stephanie B says, do you ever sleep, Jeremy? A little bit. As a matter of fact, what time is it right now?
10:41.
Okay, yeah, I probably need to wrap this up in about 20 minutes because I've got a lot of videos to record because I've been out of town. So let me see.
Stephanie B. I thought you were Stephanie J.
Odin's movie blog says go to bed. Bob's the god. Jeremy, guess what? I'm scared. I'm scared. What?
Jeremy H says, what about Max Kellerman calling Tiger Woods stupid for respecting Donald Trump? Trunk.
Max Kellerman is an idiot. I've said this for a long time. Max Kellerman drives me crazy. He is as far out there in the sports media to the left as anyone. They say that Donald Trump can't criticize LeBron James, and when Donald Trump criticizes LeBron James, he's a racist. Yet when Max Kellerman doesn't agree with something Tiger Woods said, Tiger Woods went to Stanford, by the way, Max Kellerman calls a black man stupid. And then Stephen A. Smith says he's not black. These people have no consistency. These are the same people that are running Lucasfilm. These are the same people that are involved with Hollywood. They are crazy. They are absolutely insane. They are obsessed with race. They are obsessed with gender, and they are obsessed with making everyone think like they think. And if you don't agree with them, if you don't follow the narrative, if you don't follow the talking points, they will destroy you. You as a minority, you as a woman, you as anything, you are nothing to them if you don't agree with them. If you think for yourself, if you have an opinion, if you dare don't follow the orders, they will annihilate you. They will gang up on you. They will shame you. They will destroy you. They will hashtag you to death. They will woke you. They will do everything they can if you dare show any ounce of free thinking. That is how they all operate. And it's not specific to Star Wars. It's not specific to Marvel Comics. It's not specific to ESPN. It's just a poison that is continuing to infect our society. And the more we have people of prominence, like people like Ethan Van Sciver, people like Clay Travis, people like Ben Shapiro. I don't care if you agree with their politics. I disagree with all three of those guys on politics at some level. But when it comes down to the social climate, you have to stand up against this bullshit. You have to. Again, I ran Geeks and Gamers for a long time, trying to ride the fence, trying to please everyone, trying not to speak out, trying not to be honest about my opinions, trying to just make everyone happy. Fuck making everyone happy. Tell people how you feel. Stand up to them. Do not cower. Do not back down. Do not think because you have an opinion, don't be intimidated by it. For a couple of years, for the first, I guess the first full year, and even leading into it, I was terrified for people to find out I was a Trump supporter because I knew that the SJWs would use that to try to make Geeks and Gamers look bad. Fuck you, SJWs. I voted for Trump. What the fuck are you going to do about it? Seriously, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to say I objectify women? I do. Are you going to say I watch porn? I do. What are you going to say? You're going to say I'm a racist? I'm not, but you say everybody's a racist that disagrees with you because you don't have any core values. Nobody's intimidated by your words. Nobody's intimidated by your hashtags. Nobody's intimidated by your baseless accusations because you have shown time and time and time again that you have no core values. You have shot yourself in the foot so many times that your words are meaningless. Your accusations are meaningless. Your rallies are meaningless. Your protests are meaningless. Every word that comes out of your mouth is meaningless. Every time you want to act offended, we don't care. So that's all I can say. Stand up to these people. Don't be intimidated by them. They mean nothing. They're a bunch of betas. The moment you stand up to them, they will back off because they have no balls if they're men. And if they're a woman and they're trying to shame you into respecting them, then they don't deserve your respect. Women that can stand up for themselves and think for themselves and not follow the marching orders of the far left, they deserve respect. They do. And so do the men. But there's all these white liberals out there that surround these white male liberals. They'll surround themselves with other white males. They never have women or minorities on their show. Yet they're all these goofy looking white guys all together. And they just want to sit around and talk about how white men are evil. It's like, all you fuckers are white men. You know what I mean? Like, it's just all these white men just sit in a little circle. They never have women. They never have women that'll disagree with them. We have so many women on staff that disagree with me, that disagree with Joe. All types of women, all types of people. Why? Because we're not intimidated by a difference of opinion. All right. Swig of water for the working man. Joe, go ahead.
Kelly wants to know, what do we think about Jordan Peterson? I am a huge fan. I own 12 Rules for Life. I love that book. If you have not picked it up, do pick it up. It is available on Audible. That's where I listen to it. And it is a phenomenal book. It's a little bit long. It's definitely not light reading. It is heavy reading, but it is good. It will cause you to reevaluate the way you think about things, and it's great.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I love Jordan Peterson. He's great. He faces the same baseless attacks that a lot of us face. And common sense people see right through it. And again, common sense people are on the right. They're on the left. There's nothing wrong with being on the left. There's nothing wrong with being a liberal. There's nothing wrong with being a Democrat. Just like there's nothing wrong with being a conservative or a Republican or on the right. There's nothing wrong with that because there are common sense people on both sides of the political argument. But right now, the big difference between the crazy left and the crazy right is the crazy left controls the media. They control the entertainment industry. That's the big difference. The crazy right is out there. They exist. Nobody's denying that. These people do exist. But the crazy left controls our media and they control our entertainment. And for that reason, they are far, far more dangerous and far more detrimental to our society. And so people like Jordan Peterson are going to continue to speak out. And the more truth that you drop, the more you get attacked. That is how it works with the far left. The more truth you drop, the more you get attacked. Again, I don't remember any of these SJWs having an opinion of me last year. You know why? Because I really wasn't. I mean, I still had my opinions. I was still very outspoken. I would go on my rants, but I was really strategic about the words that I would say because I didn't want to say things that I'm saying now. I didn't want to be as blunt as I am based on Geeks and Gamers because I didn't want it to hurt it. But in reality, that's who I am. Like, I'm an asshole, you know? I'm sarcastic. I tell offensive jokes. Where's my phone? Look at this picture. Look at this picture, okay? We stopped at Hardee's, Ivan and I, and he says, dude, he said, there's a tractor. Totally got to go take a picture of me on the tractor. And then he told me to post it to social media and say, here's my Mexican doing hard work. Look at that. He told me, and he's got a Make America Strong Again bandana on. He's got to Make America Strong Again. That's what the fuck I do. Okay. I tell offensive jokes. You know why? Because that's what I do. And if people don't like it, then they don't have to listen to it. But I'm not going to filter myself anymore. And if I can do anything with this platform, I want to inspire other people to say, just be yourself. I don't care what your opinion is. I don't care if you disagree. I don't care if you fundamentally disagree with every single thing I say. That is fine. I would love to inspire you. If you disagree with me, make a YouTube channel and point by point challenge every word that comes out of my mouth. And if you do it in a respectful way, and if you don't try to personally attack me, and if you don't try a character assassination on me, and if you tell the whole picture about me, then I will fucking be happy for you because I don't care. I don't care about an opposing opinion. And that's what I want to inspire people to do is fucking say what's on your mind. It's that simple because at the end of the motherfucking day, and yes, I'm cussing now. You know why? Because it's past 10 o'clock. And if your kids are waiting for Star Wars Resistance, you know, then they probably need to hear a few cuss words. But your kids shouldn't be up at this hour. Of course, well, it's actually, what is it, like 8 something on the West Coast.
Hello, welcome back to Late Night with Jeremy Griggs.
But anyway, the bottom line is speak your mind, regardless of what is on it. But don't be intimidated by me to not speak out. Don't be intimidated by the SJWs. Say what's on your mind because we all have different opinions. We all have different perspectives. We all have grown up in different places. We've all seen different things and we're not all going to agree. And the SJWs don't understand that. They don't get that. They don't understand that. In their little bubble world, in their woke world, everything has to line up with them. And opinions that are different from them are scary. They're really scary. And they want to take you out if you disagree with them because you intimidate them. All right. Joe, swig of water for the working man. Swig of water for the working man. And just for proper Jeremy, just because we got Anna in the chat, because I see Anna now, swig of water for the working woman, and swig of water for Anna, swig of water for Stephanie B, swig of water for Joe, swig of water for Ivan for all of the yard work that he did. I'm very proud of him.
Swig of water for the gender neutrals here. The non-binary.
Yeah, no, not doing that. No swig of water for you, Bruce. Bruce, no, not Caitlin. Bruce, not a swig of water for Bruce.
He changes a lot too.
I'm kidding. Swig of water for the Forces gender neutral t-shirts. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. I got a couple super chats. Let's see. Let me see. Michael Rodriguez, did you see the new Plinkett review of The Last Jedi? Joe did. I did not. I'm going to check that out. Hopefully, I've got a bunch of videos to make. So I'll get to it. I promise. All right.
I want to say about the Plinkett review, it's good because not only does he go through and talk about all the things everybody else has already talked about, he kind of touches on him. He scrolls down through a list of a lot of people, and he's like, all right, so people have talked about this at no end. And he like scrolls down, and you can see like a lot of people's channels you recognize, like Jesse Milestone, etc. And it's like, oh, hell yeah, you guys got into the Plinkett review. That's dope. But then he goes into a bunch of stuff that I didn't even think about before. I mean, most of it I had already talked about, but it wasn't like super, you know, big on everybody's radar. Like, oh my God, they ruined Luke. But he talks about just how it fails as a story. It fails as logistically, like how does person A get to point B from where they currently are? And I loved it. It was good. And it was funny too, obviously, like all the other Plinkett reviews, but it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
All right, so I will check it out. I've been asked about that a lot today. Mega Jetty 1, have you seen Terminator Police Massacre with T2 score, Itchy and Scratchy, Dazed and Confused with Princess Bride, and Princess Bride with lightsabers yet? No, Mega Jetty, and I know you keep on. I know you're gonna drive me insane before I watch that. So I'm probably gonna drive you insane actually because you keep asking, and I apologize. So persistence pays off with me though. Mega Jetty 1, Injustice 2 Power Girl proclaims she's SJW. Good or bad? I don't even know about this. What?
I think that's good because that means get woke, go broke, right?
Yeah, I mean, the more of that wokeness they want to put out there is fine because it's just going to continue to destroy their stupid narrative. So yeah, go for it. Freddie Primo says, "Hi T Jeremy." Thank you, Freddie. Star Wars for Life. Adam Driver interview. The Last Jedi said the fans experience is their own, and he never has an opinion about how they should feel about a movie. That's their right and only theirs. Adam Driver is a pretty good interview, and it seems to be the only guy that doesn't really get involved with all this BS. You know, you've had Ray say that the Mary Sue crap was sexist. You've had John Boyega, you know, got into it with some fans on Twitter. I had an interaction with John Boyega over it. You know, JJ said some stupid stuff. Ryan Johnson has. Kathleen Kennedy has. What's his name? Poe Dameron's name, whatever his fucking name, Oscar Isaac. You know, the other day he said something, well, fans should just create things. But well, we did. I created a YouTube channel. Okay. And we're talking about it. And so did Ethan. So did World Class. So did several other people, you know, Anna, Jesse, Ivan. We all created something, and we created a platform because we were frustrated, and it seems like a lot of people agree with this, Oscar. A lot of them. So anyway, she says, "Hi, Jeremy from San Diego." Well, hello, Star Wars for Life. I hope all of you and all of the ladies at the hospital are having a great night. If you're at work, I know that you work there, and I know that you had me give you guys a shout out before, so I appreciate it. I might be in the California area within the next month or two, so I will let you all know. $1.99 super chat just came in. It says message restricted now. So it probably said something bad about Disney. So I'm just going to assume that that $1.99 said Disney Star Wars sucks. So I'm just going to repeat it. Disney Star Wars sucks. All right. All right. Where are we at now? Caught up on super chats. How was Florida? Well, I live in Florida. But Orlando was great. Again, I know a lot of people are going to dismiss this, and I totally understand. I told Ivan, we were on our way home, and I said, you know, I didn't have a lot of fun, man. And he thought I was like saying it wasn't, you know, because I didn't like hanging out with him or whatever. I said, no, it wasn't that, man. Like we were there, like we did so much in just a few days to get so many attractions and so much coverage, and we had to split up and running around the parks. I don't like going to Disney World to work. I like going to Disney World to enjoy it. Like that place is very, very special to me. And so I didn't really like going there and running around just to get stuff done. But I think it's going to help the channel. I think it's going to be cool. And if it does, then it's worth it. So we'll see what happens. Ivan's got a lot on his plate right now too. We've been dealing with some YouTube issue he's having right now. Joe, I might actually have to talk to you about that afterwards. Right. So, but I don't like going to Disney and not just, I want to just put my phone, you know, in my pocket, and I just want to enjoy that place. So there's a lot I didn't get to see, but it's fine. We were there. It was cool. And I'm happy with the footage we got. We didn't get everything we wanted, and we were supposed to be there till Thursday, but I'm so far behind on a lot of things. And so is Ivan. So I decided to cut the trip short. So, but all right. Schnick says, respect women. You're damn right you respect women. If anybody in this chat's not respecting women right now, you need to recognize, respect women, respect them.
I forgot to respect women once. It was awful.
Let's see. I say Phil TMNT. Hey Jeremy, sorry I missed most of the stream. Phil, don't ever apologize. You were very nice. You're always nice in all of our streams, so I greatly appreciate it, and I'm glad that you're still here. And Anna, I know. I'm still waiting for my baby tigers. I told her I was going to try to take pictures of the baby tigers today when I went to Animal Kingdom, and last second I decided to cancel the remainder of the trip. So I apologize, Anna. So I will make it up to you. Let's see. Yeah, you seem distracted, Jeremy. Really? Luke, not my Skywalker? How do I seem distracted? I don't know why. Everybody's been pretty happy with my rants tonight, it seems. And then Sky2220 says, read my last comment, man. Okay, let me try to scroll and see if I can find it.
Yo, let's go. Your spirit and what you believe is true. That's why people are hooked with you, brother. You'll bring the channel to 1 million. No problem. It'll happen.
Thank you, Sky2220. I appreciate that. Thank you to Joe for finding that comment. That means a lot. I'm happy with what we have. I'm not satisfied, but I'm happy because I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to, elevate this platform. I want to continue to make all of you proud. I work for all of you. We all work for all of you. So if you want to see things, we look at the numbers, we look at the analytics, and if our audience is happy with what we're doing, then we feel like we're doing a good job. And if you guys aren't happy, we're going to keep busting our ass to continue to, make you happy. I'm not scared to fail. I'm not scared to try new ideas. The only true failure is to not try. So I'm going to try shit, and I'm going to fuck shit up sometimes. I'm going to make bad decisions because I'm a risk taker, but I'm not scared to make those bad decisions. I'm not scared to fail. I'm not scared to learn from those failures, because at the end of the day, if you don't learn from your failures, then you're probably not learning much, because every single successful person has failed. Everybody. And that is the best teacher in the world, is a real tough failure. You gotta learn from that stuff. And so, so we're going to continue trying things. I'm not going to play it safe on this channel. We're going to continue to evolve. We're going to continue to try to bring new content. Sometimes you're going to go, what the fuck are you guys doing? And you're like, this is one of Jeremy's stupid ideas he thought would work. And
talking about sports again.
Yeah. And so, so we'll just keep trying. So Arrowfish1 says, Jeremy, first time commenting on the stream. Love the channel and the well thought out points of view. I'm about the same place as you are. Love Disney parks, disappointed in Disney Star Wars. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it kills me. It really kills me to be in this place with Star Wars and with Disney and everything. I just really do. I'm not gonna get into all how I feel about the park. I mean, I love it, and it's awesome to me, and I'm excited for Star Wars Land after seeing Pandora, after seeing Toy Story Land for the first time. It's really grown my confidence in what they're going to do with Star Wars Land. It's clear Kathleen Kennedy's not going to have anything to do with it. And so Disney Imagineers are pretty fucking phenomenal. And so, Luke, not my Skywalker. I was referring to Disney World, by the way, Jeremy. Gotcha. So, thank you for the kind words of Arrowfish. I'm very happy that you've finally commented on the stream, and I look forward to more from you. Okay, got a couple super chats. Makita Gut says Disney Lucasfilm can force Ghost My Movie money for episode 9 right now. So on scale of 1 to 10, Joe, what do you think? What is your interest level for episode 9? Truly,
from 1 being I'm going to go see it only if somebody pays my ticket price, and I'm probably not going to like it, to 10, I am excited. I'm as excited for this as I am for The Last Jedi before The Last Jedi came out. I would say I'm probably at about a 1.5.
Woof.
Like I've already told people, don't bother asking me to go see it with you, because I will not. But I probably would if somebody really was like, you really need to watch this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. God damn it, Peter Parker. Peter, it's still a little too early for that particular topic. I will let the chat discuss that. I've already given my answer. My answer starts with an A. So if you want to give a coded response, Joe, you can. If you don't want to give any response at all,
I need to do some internet research real quick.
So anyway, Peter Parker's always. So, all right, let's see here. Michael Rodriguez, never thought I'd see Red Letter Media join the episode 8 boycott. Yeah, I've got to watch this Plinkett's review.
Yeah,
I've got to.
dude.
I've got to.
At the end, he goes, "I'm not gonna say boycott the movie, but boy, do I love cots." It's so good.
Nice.
And he shows a picture of a couple of people like relaxing on cots. It's so good.
All right. Where we at? Mega Jetty. Sorry, Anna, for missing your live stream. I didn't know. That's right. Yeah, I did see you had a live. I'll watch your live stream later, Anna. And so I hope it went well. JP Gotro Kits. The Last Jedi theme was supposedly about failure. Well, did a good job of
failing.
Working that out. So yeah, I did a good job of failing.
Man.
So yeah, but the problem with the Last Jedi theme is that it didn't follow the continuity of the universe. Rian Johnson used this amazing universe, this amazing platform, this amazing story that George Lucas gave us, that in my opinion, J.J. Abrams did a good job of setting up, and he just completely ignored it to tell his story and intentionally piss people off. And that is exactly what happened. All right. All right, guys, seriously, chill on that. Let's see. I don't know if that's
What are they chilling on?
The talk that Anna wants everybody to stop. I'm not gonna address it anymore. I'm not gonna address it. Okay.
Oh, I'll say M over A, and then okay, we can leave it.
Okay, so let me find it. Somebody said they have leaks for me, Jeremy, and I'm assuming you mean Star Wars. If you have any information for me, again, it's jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. That does not mean I'm going to talk about it. I get a lot of information thrown my way. I don't discuss it. I can't confirm all of it. Some of it I have confirmed. I could totally make, new exciting Star Wars Episode 9 news videos every day if I wanted to, but I can't. All right. Let's see. You need to address the scary pink guy on your shirt. Polo? What's wrong with my Polo logo? Come on
that's
now.
Ralph.
Come on. All right. But I'm going to have to wrap this up because it's past 11. I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot of videos to do. So I've got to wrap this up. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad that Joe, the operations manager of Geeks and Gamers, actually had a name. You can put a name with the face now. And so he does a lot of great work for us. We've got a lot of cool things in the future. So yeah, looking forward to it. So other than that, Joe, do you have any closing thoughts?
I do. I just want to say I'm really excited to be finally on a live stream after all this time. And it's great to talk to all you guys. And I'm really looking forward to providing you guys with great content in the future. So keep tuning in. Keep showing up and keep telling people what for on social media, and stick by what you believe for real.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see a lot more of Joe on the chat. So apparently you guys don't be comparing there was apparently a comparison made to a certain person who is on the team to content that I was telling you guys I wasn't going to talk about. Chill out, guys. Seriously. All right. On that. Don't be getting specifics on our team. So, we can have fun. You guys can fuck with me all day long. But just chill out on that stuff. Okay. That's not cool. All right. So anyway, had a lot of fun tonight. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody being cool. 99.9% of you. And so I'm going to find out more information about what went down, and we will try to eliminate that stuff in the future, guys. Come on now. So anyway, for Joe, for myself, and for the entire Geeks and Gamers team, you guys have a great night, and we will talk to you later.